Going back to elementary school, I had a group of friends, and there was three of us, and we were very close. And we would always talk about our thoughts and our goals, um, and our issues. We would talk about women, because we were getting to that stage of life at the time. So it was pretty much everything that you'd want out of a friendship. And after some time, I started to notice a bit of a pecking order between the three of us. And it occurred to me one day, after a pretty bad fight with my dad. um, I had went over to hang out with them, and when I expressed my concern with the fight I had just had, they immediately switched the conversation to talk about their own issues. And that's when it struck me that this friendship, this group, isn't as close as I thought we were. And so time went on, and we grew up, and we kind of split apart from each other and started doing our own things. And there was one day where we all kind of decided to get back together. And one of my friends in that group essentially mocked me and the other friend, and kind of tried to establish that he was the dominant one in that whole group, and which confirmed my theory. So I think that was where my trust with friends, it kind of, I got a little more strict. I got a little more wary of who I was letting into my life, because when you have a group as close as that, when you have friends that are as close as that, or you could tell them pretty much anything, and then you get a little more mature and you realize that they don't care as much as you thought they did. It really changes you. And so more recently, my best friend and I have strayed from each other. And that is because before I began to change my lifestyle, my friend didn't seem to understand. He didn't seem to care, and I noticed that. And so when I quit drinking and I quit smoking, he began to switch up. He began to mock the changes. He called me a pussy for quitting nicotine. And then I realized that I'm in the same situation. And so I've distanced myself from that. And I almost find sometimes that I resent him for the fact that he reminds me of who I used to be. And this is very, very unhealthy. You see, when you become a different person, when you start going to the gym 3 to 7 days a week, when you start eating clean food, when you start reading books instead of watching Netflix, when you start investing in your education, you feel like not only do you feel like a different person or a better person, you feel that you are in a way superior to everyone around you who is not doing these things. And to a point, yeah, you are committing your life to delayed gratification. You are going to reap benefits that these people are not. But does this make you a superior being? I don't think so. And so it is a common theme in these self-help communities that people put all this effort into being better versions of themselves, but their character seems to lack. And they seem to find it hard to draw the line between to draw a line when it comes to seeing themselves as being superior. And so when I see my old best friend, I don't meet him with aggression. I don't poke fun at his lifestyle, even though it is one I don't approve of. I don't try to change him. I don't try to shove my successes in his face. I treat him as I would anyone else. And that meaning that you treat everyone with respect regardless of who they are. There is a common idea that respect is earned, not given. And that doesn't make much sense. Respect is a given until proved otherwise. Because if you think about it, if respect is earned, not given, then how are you going to treat somebody with disrespect and expect them to respect you back? You see the issue here? You treat people with disrespect and you expect them to get on their knees for you. And then you will give them respect, right? That doesn't make much sense. Respect is a given until proved otherwise. And my best friend has not, I mean, he said some bad things in the past, but he has not, he has been, he's been distant, but he's not, come to me and try to start anything. And so I give him my respect. We need to start focusing on our character. It's such an important part of self-improvement. Self-improvement is supposed to make you better. It's to self-improve. Yet people seem to get on self-improvement and they get the body, they get, they get the money, they get the knowledge, but they lack in character. And self-improvement only worsens that, because they are seeing themselves as a superior being. And so self-improvement almost does the opposite of what it's supposed to. It's more like self-destruction. Their character suffers from their success. And so we need to, when we are in situations where we are surrounded by people who are not living a good lifestyle, maybe they remind you of who you used to be. We need to understand, we need to catch that, and we need to understand that, we were once in their position. And maybe those people haven't yet gotten the resources or the motivation, or maybe their lives have not come to it. As sad as it sounds, maybe their lives have not grown so bad in their eyes that they feel the need to self-improve. That's a big thing. When I got on self-improvement, it was because my life was at a dead end. It was so bad that I needed something, or else things were not going to be good for me. So sometimes people need that, and not everyone has that. A lot of people are actually very comfortable with their unhealthy lifestyle, whatever that may be. And maybe the best thing you could do for that person is to introduce them to certain things. And whether they're open to that or not, what does it concern you? At least you are exposing it to them. But what I'm trying to say is, not everybody has the training you do. Not everybody has the experience you do. Not everybody has the will that you have. So you need to stop expecting everyone to be so as driven as you are, to be to live the same lifestyle as you are. That's not how the world works, and I'm sure you know that. But we need to start catching ourselves when we're having these thoughts, because they're unhealthy, and they're not going to improve you. They're going to hinder you. And so that is that. Thank you. Hey, side note, guys, I'm actually going to drop a list of books in the description that you can go and pick up from Amazon that will actually improve your character, if that is something you want to focus on. So go ahead, hit the description, buy the books, read them, invest a good amount of time into them, and I promise they will be of value to you.